So here, Quintessential Gentleman 2017 Urban World Festival, and we're here with Anthony Solorzano.
That's right.
And he is the director.
Yeah, writer-director.
Writer-director of Varsity Punks.
Yeah, it's playing tonight.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, so it's a high school coming-of-age story about most popular kid at school gets hurt and joins a sport where that's not the most popular. So it's about trying to fit in high school with the backdrop of sports.
Okay.
So it's definitely a struggle to fit in, and combined with the excitement of sports dramas, which I love sports movies. So,
Did you play sports in high school?
I did. I was a runner.
Okay.
So in this story, the cool quarterback hurts his hand and joins the cross country team, which and they don't really like each other. So it definitely sets it up for some interesting events.
So you have running in football, as opposed to I ran cross country.
Oh, you did? Cool.
And almost died. You're running forever. So that type of dynamic, is it something that travels on past high school, or is it just them graduating, or
you're talking about the rivalry dynamic?
Yeah.
I think it's different personalities gravitate towards different sports, and then and different type of kids will become runners because maybe they're not into the glam. There's a celebrity status to football and the bigger sports, and there's a minimalistic element to running. You don't have fans, you don't have cheerleaders, right? So you got to be in it for something else, and it's painful, right? It's not like fun, right? So it's a different type of kid that's attracted to it. And so I try to break down the social hierarchy in high school, from the coolest to the uncoolest, and where you fit in, and the sports you play part in that. And I thought it was fun to play it out in this movie.
That's awesome. Yeah. So what do you want people to take away from your movie after watching Varsity Punks?
A few things. Definitely on the cultural side. We shot it in my hometown in El Monte, California, which is like 20 miles east of Los Angeles.
Okay.
And it's a predominantly Latino and Asian community, but just Latinos, we're also different. But I feel like they get really stereotyped in the type of Latinos we see on mainstream movies. So I feel like I made a classic American comedy. It just looks different, It definitely looks like the people that I grew up with.
Okay.
So definitely the cultural nuance that I'm bringing is one of something that I wanted to highlight, and then just the social hierarchy that I was talking about in high school, and how it plays out by sports.
Awesome. And then the last thing is that you talk about kind of diversity. It's kind of a big thing that's going on, especially in the film and TV. How do you feel about that, or what do you think about the industry as a whole?
Yeah, you know what? Since I wrote this story, but as a writer, I just try to I write stories that pour out of me, right? And obviously the characters in the world is going to be places that I'm familiar with. So I don't have an agenda. I'm not trying to make a Latino story. I don't think there's a Latino plot line. It's just the flavor that you bring to the story is gonna bleed from your culture, definitely, from being Latino or whatever. But I don't have an agenda. More than anything, I just want to be able to bring in another perspective. Having so many perspectives that everybody understands each other, and people understanding each other is a great thing, man. Yeah.
Guys, you heard it. Make sure you check it out. Varsity Punks is showing tonight. Mr. Anthony Solorzano.
Yeah.
Thank you. Pleasure.
Thanks, dude.